What up, folks? Welcome back to Ultrazilla Toys, and today I have a review of the Bandai Figurized Standard Super Saiyan Broly. Alright, my Zillions, got a Dragon Ball review for you. One of two. Here's the other dude that I'm going to be doing very, very soon. This one I'm doing right now. But I haven't been getting that much Dragon Ball stuff in a while. I've kind of like an aesthetic guy as far as what I like about Dragon Ball. I've never been super into the actual anime, but I've always liked a lot of their styles, and I did go in pretty heavily with the Dragon Stars last year. Which did pretty well for me here. But I can't go by that alone. Sometimes I have to like weigh in like how big my fandom is and what it is. So there's really not that many characters left that I would want, but Broly here was somebody I've wanted for a while. I didn't get the figure arts when it came out because I wasn't into it quite yet. And then so I missed out on that. Couldn't get any of the San Diego exclusive last year. There's a new Broly from the movie coming out, and I actually had that on pre-order, but I had gotten this model kit, you know, when it came out, and I just never built it. So if you watched my Ultrazilla Live, which was kind of like a vlogzilla almost, I discussed like funds and like, you know, do my taxes and stuff, and recently like trying to figure out like what I've been getting here. And I decided, you know what, I owe it to myself to build this dude, see if I like it enough to make it my Broly. And what will I do, you know, and then that'll determine what I do. I know the characters are very different from the movie and this, but for me, being a nominal fan, it was just going to be one Broly in my collection. So did this guy make it? Let's take him off this turntable and have a closer look. Alright, since I no longer do speed builds here on the channel, yeah, that was just an experiment last year. It was cool, but kind of didn't fit the vibe here. Also, I'm trying not to do much more of those. But we got to talk about it here because this is a model kit. For the most part, this guy came together pretty well. It was pretty easy. A couple parts I had some trouble with. The gauntlets, like the directions for the gauntlets were, for me, they weren't that hot. And I kept messing up exactly the placement of the jewel in there and, you know, the way they went in. So that was a little bit of a problem spot. Another problem spot is back here. I did get a stress mark right there. I messed that up. I put it in upside down. It seemed like it was the right thing at the time. And this is my least favorite part of the whole thing, is this. Because it is very loose, even without the stress mark. So I don't know. I don't really care for that. But otherwise, I thought the build was pretty good. Nothing crazy. And I did enjoy it. This is like the first like real like action figure. I did do the Voltron and the Gridman. Both of which I still have to review here, and I will do so at some point. I do. I trust me. I try to review almost everything. Everything since the channel came out. That's kind of my mantra here. Like if it came out, if I got it prior to the channel existing, then it's, you know, archived basically into my collection. But anything from when the channel started in July 2016 till now that I've picked up is fair game for me to review. That's how I do it, just in case you didn't know. But I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool, you know, build. It wasn't bad at all. There was some spots where I felt like it really needed to be pressed together a little. Like you see like the seam lines in there a little bit too much. And those are the spots I felt like, did I do something wrong? You know, I don't do like a lot of filing and stuff with this stuff because I don't care that much. But for the most part, I clipped them down as much as I could. So yeah, and as far as the plastic quality goes, it is, it's a model kit, so it's light, but it's got some stature and it feels pretty good, I gotta say. I do like how it feels. So that's good. That is for sure good. And I didn't do any paint on this. I don't think I will be. I think I'm going to leave it as is because I actually do enjoy it. So let's take a look at that a little further now. We'll just move right into that section. The skin tone is very pale, but that's good. That works well for this guy, I think. I think that's how he's supposed to look. This the gold has a little bit of a swirliness to it. We've seen Bandai do that before, and it's fine. It does give it a better look. And then you can see it just doesn't want to clip it and close too much. I do like the clear blue plastic on the jewels. Very nice throughout. That looks really good. That adds to it. You see the swirly plastic again here and the gold. But that's not so bad. And then the red is a nice, decent red. Looks pretty good. I'm just going over the colors that they gave us. You got more gold here. And then the head, I think this is a nice, you know, yellowish, greenish hue. And the eyebrows look really good on there. So I like it. And I think they shaped the hair really well. This is another point where I was like, get closed. Stay closed. But, you know, it's not so bad. As you can see, I think we're just going to keep talking. The muscles look really good on this guy. I've heard a lot of people saying, I don't have it, that this guy is more accurate to what Broly looks like. And you guys, you know, you big fans can tell me. Than what the figure arts did, which is very puffy. Like, they made the muscles very puffy on that figure. I thought that was stylistically kind of cool, but once I got this guy together, I was like, hey, this guy looks different in that way, and he's just got a really nice musculature, and it actually looks like it makes sense to me. I do like it. I like all the folds and wrinkles and the red and his pants. That looks pretty good. I mean, the pants really create a nice, you know, shading in there. I always say that a lot of folds and wrinkles will do that. They create natural shading and does look like it's filled in with some color, which is cool, some like shading. Again, as you can see, this part just bothers me. But the red's pretty good, and you got some good shading in there, natural shading as well. So the look is very nice. I do like the hands. They look pretty good. So yeah, I think it's a really nice looking Broly. There is a lot, as you can see, a lot of cuts, especially in his back and shoulders, but that's for the articulation, which I think is very well done for a model kit. You know, it really is. And just once again, just to look at that face, I think that's a really great face. Really great smirk on this face. You know, I really like his eyebrows, and his earrings are stickers, and they actually turned out pretty good, I gotta say. Pretty good indeed. So yeah, not bad at all. The stickers in the eyes as well, and I believe, and that looks good. So pretty nice. And he stands really good. It's nicely proportioned again. He stands really awesome. Yeah, that's a nice looking Broly, guys. Alright, let's talk articulation on this guy. Pretty good. His head is like on a ball joint, and you got the neck joint in there. So you get a really great range of motion, I think, on his head. It's really nice. Look how far he can look down. That's pretty cool. Then you got the big joint in his chest, and it could go back and forth and forward. Not too far forward, but much further back. You do see all the inner workings, which is, I mean, building this guy, I really enjoyed it because I liked getting in. And this is why I recommend at least everyone that's reviewing stuff, build at least one model kit, because you get, you know, the model kits these days are figures, you know, so it's like, it's not like when we were growing up. I mean, maybe there's some young reviewers out there, guys. I know some of my fellow reviewers are young, and that's all you ever have known. But when I was a kid, they were not figures. You get some waist movement, but not a ton. But you do get it. Now, on his shoulders, like I was alluding to before, it totally opens up over here, which is cool. It looks kind of ugly, but, you know, from the front it doesn't. And you get some really good motion, and I like how this all moves and comes in and out, you know, so you get some really good articulation in his shoulders. Really, really great. It's kind of like a butterfly joint. I would guess it is, but it's like a little bit different. You get a swivel. It's very tight at the shoulder, so do be careful with that, you know. I mean, in general, I feel like because the plastic is so thin here, you should be very careful at all times. You get a bicep swivel. You get a double jointed elbow, which works nicely. And then there's a hinge swivel action. Ooh, but it's actually it's just a ball joint. My bad. Ball joint at the wrist, but it was moving like that. I forgot. So now these things are all hinged. I wish they hinged them to this thing. I don't know why they did it the way they did it. That fell off. They do tend to fall off with a lot of movement. So they are hinged. Again, this one is, I'll leave that off for now. And I'll leave that one off now too. But as you see, this would go in, no, this is the broken part. So this, it's not broken, but it's just goes in here. I just wish they did that differently. There's a little port there for Tamashi stage. So yeah, that could be better. And it's very loose, that one. Ugh, I hate it. I feel like I just want to glue it in. But I don't want to lose completely the articulation there. So I'm just going to take these off because it's just easier. Now the legs, to show you the legs at least, only come out this much. Kicks about that much, goes that way, and then you do get some rotation here at the thigh. Knee joint, single knee joint there. Nothing at the knee, but you got some rocker at the foot. Back and forth hinge there, some back, you know, side to side. So I'm gonna get this guy reset. I think the articulation is pretty good. The shoulders are very, very impressive. You know, legs, not really much, and that's kind of annoying. So it's a mixed bag, but the upper body and the head is very, very good. And like I'm saying, these are attached to here. So I wish the front one and the back one, they decided to make it in there. And that would have been a lot better and a lot better looking than what they did. But just one last thing, that, you know, because these on the sides are attached to the belt part there. So it could have been. You don't get a ton of accessories for Broly himself. You get the left side, the hand and the fist here that belong on either side. So you get pair of fists, pair of open hands, like gripping hands. As you can see, these guys just don't want to close complete. Man, that could be better. And then you get an alternate head here. There's a sticker in there that looks really good. With a tongue. Again, you get the stickers there. So these are actually not stickers. I thought they were before, but they are not. So to do this, I believe you take the hair off. Yeah, you take the hair off. The face just fell off. And then this guy. And then the hip skirt fell off again. Go in here. And then you can replace the head. Maybe not. Let me see. What's the best way to do this? I forgot. Oh, there's that thing back there. So not really, yeah, there we go. I just sort of did it. That's a really cool head as well. Good screaming head. The teeth are clearly defined. It's a nice sculpt. Yeah, that's very, very good. Now, I don't have them here because I've already put them on eBay. I haven't sold them, but I've already put them on eBay. This guy comes with like some, messed up Vegeta and Goku heads, faces, actually, that you could put on them. So if you need those, if you have the figurized versions of those, but didn't get this guy and want those, please check out my eBay page. The link is down below. You would be helping out the channel if you did buy that or anything else there. It's a good way to support. Hey, little plug. For your size comparisons, here he is with the SH figure of Farts Majin Buu and Goku Black. He might be is he a little big for that? I don't know. He looks very small, but that might be good. Here he is with the Dragon Stars Goku, and I do think this is a little bit better. Just stands out a little bit more against Broly, so that's pretty cool. Here he is with Raphael, the VF1S, Gomez, Optimus Prime, and the Polar Bear. So my final thoughts, I'm happy to say I found my Broly without breaking the bank at about 45 bucks or so. That's amazing. I love it. It's not perfect. It's got some flaws, but I'm totally happy with it. Like I said at the top, I'm like a nominal Dragon Ball fan, so you know, having this guy on the shelf is going to be perfect in my mixed SHF and Dragon Star shelf. It works. It works for me completely. Yeah, and I built it myself, so you know that's cool. So I'm very happy about that. If you are looking for a Broly on the cheap, I'd suggest this, because even getting the Dragon Stars, you have to get all the figures, and that'll cost you a lot. The Dragon Stars Broly that's out right now, or getting, you know, partially built right now, I'm not even sure. Of course, you'll be able to get a full Broly from that upcoming on eBay, or now. I kind of lost touch with Dragon Stars right now. There's only a couple of pieces right now from there that I want. I do want Piccolo and I do want Cell, so I will be on the lookout for those. Anywho, yeah, this guy's good. You know, again, some flaws, but I could deal with it. I'm very happy to have my 45 buck or whatever it was cheap, Broly. He looks great. Alright, that is my review. Hope you dug it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Till next time, peace out, peeps.